All right, guys, good morning. Good morning. Welcome aboard to the Morning Note. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of CARV Capital. It is June 16th, 2023 on a Friday. It is OPEX day. This is options expiry day. Doesn't mean there's a particular direction the market's going to go. It really just means elevated volume. So let's go ahead and get started. Just a quick reminder, I will be doing a video on YouTube. It is not live. It will be the recap of the week, our trades. We're going to go over the Forex signals. We're going to go over the option signals. We're going to go over the future signals together. So I do that every Friday. We'll recap the week. We'll preview the shortened week next week. No market on Monday. Happy Juneteenth. That's the holiday. So we will see you on Tuesday for the next morning note. Just wanted to give you that heads up. So Monday you don't wake up and the market's not open, you wondering why. So that's where we are. Let's go ahead and get started. Dow futures up 50 points, NASDAQ up 56, S&P up 11, and the Russell is up 2, 1911. Pretty bullish, as you can see. I think I don't need to be the one to tell you that the bulls are running wild. Buyers are insatiable here. 1441 on the VIX, 0.62% to the downside. Crude oil is at 71.31. Remember, we were long on crude oil for a while. I didn't hold that. We took it. $2.67 for gasoline futures. That's up 1.23%. Gold futures, again, we're looking for 2,000. 19.74 an ounce. 24.16 on silver. Euro dollar 109.52. We were long euro dollar. Let's see where it is now. We got as high as 70. Remember, this was our TP 109.34. We took it there. Well done. TP2 is right around 109.73, so it got very close. To any of the Forex members that are still holding it, congratulations. Great trade. We also had dollar yen this week, but again, we'll go over that. Speaking of dollar yen, 141.33. Let's go and take a look at that. Oops. It helped to spell. Okay, so we're actually back at the top end of the range. Again, I'm not going to trade this ahead of the weekend either, but we are starting to cook. So what we want to do, I have 142.50 as an alert for more upside, but there is the 23.6 fib. Let's go ahead and place an alert there. Forex guys, heads up. If we can break above 141.48, we could target this resistance here around 142.54. Maybe go ahead and squeeze out maybe 80 points, maybe 60 pips or something like that. But for the most part, what I wanted was that break so I can test 146. So let's go ahead and break that fib first, 141.48. If we break that alert, we'll go ahead and take a look at it. We'll see if we can play that to the long side, dollar yen long. So that's going to be on my watch list for this morning. In terms of futures, I mean, we're basically on fire out there. So what more could you say? Let's go to S&P 500 futures. Real quick, Bitcoin is up slightly, 25,590. I had a question about Bitcoin yesterday, and it's really mostly Binance. I think that's really the issue, is just the Binance stuff. It's not risk off because obviously the equity market is pushing. But that also tells me that we're not in full speculation mode either. Sure, the high betas are gaining, the tech names, but look at the names that have done well this year versus the names that have done well last year. It's basically just the grand rotation. Obviously, the NASDAQ is not at all-time highs yet. We know that. But again, we're not seeing full-on speculation the way we had in 2021 with like NFTs and stuff like that, where asset prices were just ballooned, including watches and cars and you name it. So we don't have that anymore. We actually have, higher rates. We have inflation coming down, which is good. But what we're getting is an unleashment of the bull. It's very similar to what I said on the morning note and the investment club thesis video from 2021 when we went long oil and we went long home builders. We went long travel as well. The unleashment of the consumer. Now what we're getting is the unleashment of the investor. The investors are coming back. People are coming in, are pulling out money from the money market funds like we talked about. Again, trillions of dollars sitting on the sideline. This is what you get. So the next target in terms of the S&P 500, it really is 4,500 ES. That's 44.99. That's the 23.6 fib line. If that breaks, my target for the end of the year on SPX is 4,700. That might be too low. Again, remember I talked about that on the video a couple of weeks ago where I said, new all-time highs doesn't seem out of the question. Now, again, you don't want to get any manias either. A pullback would be excellent. We would love one, but we're just not getting it. The bulls are just running the show, just like the bears ran the show in 2022. So it's back and forth. Morning, can you review the Carvana chart? Got some shares for a swing at 20. What levels will you be looking at to exit? Sure, let's take a look at it. All right, so you got it at 20. It is up today. The target I have is 33.69. That's your next resistance. That's our next level. If we were to get there, I would take a look at possibly swinging again and targeting as high as 55. So Carvana, again, if it breaks 33.69, then we could see a little more upside. But you can play calls up to 33.69. The problem is that you have a gap to fill at 16.50. So this can get ugly really quickly. So again, if it comes to swinging the stock, have your stops. And if you're swinging options, buy some time. That's all I could say. Buy some time. So keep an eye on Carvana. The 30 level should be coming up soon if we get a squeeze today. The bulls continue to run. 33.69 is the resistance. You can see it here. And then we also have 55.07 for the next level higher. I talked about this in Investment Club. Is it a good time to sell space stocks that are down 70%, or should I wait for more? Well, it depends. If you still have it, that sucks. We sold that a long time ago. We actually made profit from it. That one, and I think it was, I forget the gentleman's name, Clove, C-L-O-V. I remember we traded that. We made profit on a swing. In terms of space, I charted it this morning on Instagram, and I also sent it out to the free market blog. I know, shameless plug, market blog, guys. Join us. We would love to have you. It is free for all. Just go to the website, gar.capital, and sign up for the free plan. That is the market blog. I've been sending out information, morning news, updates, all morning, really since 6 a.m. So I love to do it, and would love to have you on board if you are a YouTube viewer. So again, looking at space, 635 is the level I'm planning to break. Would I close? No, I wouldn't close. Why? Because, well, you're already down 70. So again, if you need the money, you're using these kind of pops to get out. But again, if you're looking at something that, hey man, can I get something a little more out? 812 is a gap fill. That's probably what's going to hit if we get above 635. But we know this is volatile, and technically this was a penny stock, but not anymore. And now it is above $5. So keep an eye on it. Again, I don't trade pennies. It's not a penny stock anymore, but I will take a look at the options. I don't want to own this name. I'd rather just keep an eye on the options. Look at Apple. Apple is on fire. What, all-time highs? Yeah, I think they're okay. Funny enough, even my wife was like, I want to go on the 185 calls long. And she did not, funny enough. But I told her, yeah, we're going to get there anyway. So we're at 186 now. I mean, you're at all-time highs, man. What more can you expect, you know? Now you got to look at fib extensions, and I don't even have that. So we do need a little more. How high can we go? Well, if Apple's at an all-time high, it's as high as the imagination can go. And as a Apple shareholder, that is fine by me. Can we review the AMD chart? Sure. We traded AMD this week. I remember we had the 130s, and it's been an absolute shit show. Tapped 133, rejected. Now you're at 122.48. That's looking to be support here. So again, if we're looking at possibly trading AMD, we kind of did the same setup with Palantir, my Signal members. 122.48. If we can get there and hold that, that's a fib line. Maybe we can play a bounce up to 132.50. We can always take a look at 125 calls to be, you know, a little closer, but we have all this room up here to play with. Again, if we're going to stick with this technical pattern of the upside megaphone setup, if whatever the hell you want to call it. Let's see. Good morning, Carlos. Do you think we're extending all the indices? Of course, we're extending on all the indices. We were oversold in 2022 and no one cared. Now all of a sudden we're a lot overbought. Now everyone's upset. I think what we have here is a cognitive dissonance from both sides. Guys, this is the market. It's simple how it works. The market moves prices. It doesn't care about your position. It doesn't know about your position. It's a living, breathing thing. So it's up and down, left and right. You can stay overbought forever. You can stay oversold forever. The Fed can be as irrational longer than you can be solvent. That is the tough part of trading, is that it's not as a simple answer as, well, we're oversold, we have to sell. Well, we've been waiting for a drop now for 3 days, and we haven't. Doesn't mean we haven't taken advantage. What have I been saying? All dips are opportunities, not to be bought, just opportunities. So again, welcome any kind of drops. Let's see what we get. But again, if we're going higher, play momentum too. Again, so it's kind of like you got to be back and forth and kind of be very, very fluid with how you see. Thank you. I saw the support on 623 and played the 125 AMD calls. Nice one, Peter. Are we looking anything to trade today? No, I'm not. because we have Palantir, which is in the money. Well, now it's 4 cents away. We traded Palantir yesterday, so we're about 4 cents away from in the money. Signal members, don't wait for me to tell you to close out. Just go ahead and take it above 40. It's for next week, short week. Don't, just leave a runner. And then we also have Nike calls, and that's up today. We know we got a little bit of rejection, but still higher, and we still got a gap fill to come at 114.72. We got them for next week. So again, we have time on Palantir and Nike. We'll catch those. Again, space is on my radar today, and dollar yen's on my radar today. So would I trade both of them? I actually want to buy time on space, but I can wait a little bit. And dollar yen, again, there's no time decay. So I'd hate to fill it ahead of a long weekend, but again, I'll keep it on my radar today, Yasha. So that's where we are. So again, I'm looking to sell into these pops ahead of when we actually open up. I want to get out of Palantir. I want to get out of Nike. Put a bow on the week and move on to next week, starting at 0. Every week you start at 0. So you're only as good as your last trade, guys. Remember that. So every week we got to do this again, and you could be a hero one week and a 0 the next. So back to it every day. I will see you guys after the market bell closes, and I'll go ahead and post the video of our recap of the week. We're going to go over every single chart, every single one that we did this week. We're going to go over the futures one. We're going to go over the Forex trades as well. So again, that will be free for all on the market blog. And again, if you're a subscriber here on YouTube, that's free. Turn on notifications so you don't miss it. Have a great rest of your day, and we will see you later. Cheers.